Shaking you too. Look at the location, man. Location. Out here in Nab, Indiana. And basically I'm in the middle of nowhere. Look at the sky. Sunday right now. I got a Monday delivery at 8 a.m. Right now it's about 5 p.m. Monday. No, 5 p.m. Sunday. And I'm out here early. I try to go up in there, see if they will, try to finesse them a little bit, see if they will unload me. They don't speak English. They got all the people that don't speak English in here on the weekends. I try to use my little bit of Spanish that I might have picked up from Poppy, but it ain't work. So I just gotta sit here and chill until Monday, tomorrow, a few hours. The bad part is I ain't got no service. Nah, can't hop on my Xbox, can't video chat, can't even damn talk on the phone. So I say, let me holler at my YouTube family, man. I know it's been a little while. I know I would say that, right? I know. But this where we at. Delivering a whole bunch of a trailer full of metal. I think it's worth some money too. Yeah, I really don't know what be going on nowadays, man. I think we in a whole bunch of chaos, dog. Like for real. I ain't even talking about in this trucking world. Obviously, we know trucking is what it is. It is what it is. You run, you get paid, whatever. But I'm just talking about in the world in general, man. I don't know what's going on out here, man. I really don't. I don't have time to necessarily sit down and watch the news and pay attention to everything that's going on. But I'm on social media, right? So there's certain things that I'm going to see. And there's certain things that hit home, man. Especially when it's happening in your hometown. Like, I don't know, man. 15-year-old boy stabbed up to death, bro. And then they come to find out that it's mistaken identity. Man, listen, man. I don't really know what's going on no more, dog. Like, we all gotta do better. Even if you're not involved in that type of lifestyle. See, I'm a big believer. If you do dirt to someone, it comes back to you as fair game. But when you hurting the innocent bystanders, young boys, young kids, young girls, it just puts you in a certain mind state. And you can't just sit there and be like, well, it ain't happening to me, so it doesn't matter, right? It ain't happened to none of my family members, so it doesn't matter. That shit affects all of us, man. I'm telling you. Whether it be subconsciously or consciously, it's affecting you. So I just had me thinking, like, what have I done lately? What have you done lately? It ain't all about just getting all the money and, having your bank account all fluffy and, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you only chasing the money to find happiness, you'll never find happiness, man, because money never runs out, right? Money is infinite. You can get as much money as you physically possibly can, right? That will never stop. But do that make you feel good? Shit. I don't think about that. Do that make me feel good? Each week that passed by, I watch my bank account step up, go up another step. Each week, it goes up another step. And you think like, damn, boy, you working towards your goal that you have. But where the happiness at? Where's the happiness at? Cause I'm at the point where I could do anything I want to do, right? Anything I want to do, free as a bird, not tied down anywhere. I could go wherever I want to go. It doesn't matter. But it ain't 100% happiness there, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sad about anything. Really not. But what makes me more happy than chasing the bag? That had me thinking, like, what have you done lately? What have I done lately? When I can have somebody look at my situation, they look at my situation and identify with it and let me know that, listen, if it wasn't for you, I would have never seen this, right? I would have never put that into into my mind state and go ahead and formulate a plan to exit out my situation. When I hear stories like that, it feels better than the check that I get sometimes, B. Honestly. And not only that, I feel like when you gain, if you're not giving, whether it be, I'm not talking about giving out money. We ain't talking about giving out money. Yeah, you might have it in your heart. You see somebody and you want to throw them a couple dollars. You throw them a couple dollars, whatever. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about giving them a little bit of piece of you, right? A little bit of piece of you. Give them some of your experience, things that you learned. How can you help this next person? How can you help this next person? Because I could be selfish as shit, right? I can have all the knowledge. I don't got to sit here and talk to the camera, right? I don't do it for the clout. That's not why I do it. I do it because I know that somewhere someone's getting motivated by it. Y'all get motivated by it, bro. And that's what it's all about. That shit make me feel good. That's why I do it. You understand? So what have you done? You sitting there, you watching the videos and everything, and you probably like this. You got the plan down, right? You got the plan down. Oh, so you like this. You hush hush. Nah, don't be like that, bro. Don't be like that. Same thing that motivated you could motivate the next man, just like you. Right? So if you see somebody going through something and you try and be like, yo, you look like you're having a hard time. You can see that you might not be in a perfect state of mind or a perfect situation at the moment. You tell them like, yo, you ever thought about doing such and such? Right? You ever thought about, yo, what's up? Get your CDL. You ever thought about that? You'll be surprised how many people didn't even think about it. They didn't even fathom the thought of, all right, maybe I should get my CDL and my situation could change like that. They ain't think about it. So what have you done? I'm challenging everybody. If you just not getting into truck driving, I challenge you to at least share the idea with somebody you know. Share this video. If you don't want to share my video, share somebody else's video. Share the idea, man, because we got to get some of these young dudes off the street, bro. That's the main reason why I do this, man. I'm telling you, these dudes are throwing away their lives, man. Yeah, I've been there, right? I've been in situations where I could have been put away for a long, long time, right? But that's not how my story was written. That wasn't planned for me. You know what I'm saying? So I escaped out of that. So instead of sitting here being selfish, like, yeah, I made it. I'm making all this money now, and I could just turn my back and ignore what I came from. Nah, I can't. That won't sit right with me. 15 years old, bro. 15, 16, 17, 18. He even get to live to see 18 years old, man. Yeah, anything can happen at any time. True. Especially if you're not even in that life. You just live in that type of environment. Anything can happen. I dig that. I feel that. But that should never stop you from sharing your message or sharing the ideas that you may have that could, instead of being outside 12 at night, you could be in the crib reading up on something that you're going to put into play sometime down the line. You never know. You never know what could happen, man. We gotta help each other out, man. Because right now, we need it more than ever, dog. And the way it's looking, people will feel like being in jail is better than being in the street. When we get to that point where you thinking like that, shit is really bad out here. See, I've heard people say something that I couldn't disagree with more than I do right now. I heard a few people say it. Not only through my comments or through a video that they might have put up themselves, where they try to compare truck driving, what we doing right now, right? They try to compare this and say being in jail is one and the same. Being in prison is one and the same. You couldn't be more full of shit saying that or thinking that, dog. With all due respect. You understand? You couldn't be more wrong. How can I speak on it? KayBee, you ain't never been to jail. You ain't never been to prison. How can you speak on it? You right. Never been to jail, never been to prison. I've been fortunate enough to, be smooth with whatever I'm doing. It wasn't written for me, right? That's just what it was. That's just what it is. But that doesn't dismiss the fact that all my partners is gone. Right? All of them are gone for a long time. And I guarantee if you ask them, would you rather be out here in the free world or be up in there, where would you want to be at? Them two don't even compare, bro. Like, they don't compare. The only thing that you could say is some type of correlation between the two is that you're in a confined small area for X amount of time. You tell me we're in jail or we're in prison, you can hop out your confined area and go outside, go do whatever you like to do, go up in a titty bar, whatever, go sit down, eat some barbecue, whatever it is that you like to do. You tell me where you could do that in prison now. This right here is freedom, bro. And I can't express this enough. I can't express this enough, man. Dudes want to complain about their situation when you out here trucking. Your situation is how you make it, man. It is how you make it. If you want to find it boring or you won't feel like you're wasting your time, it's because you ain't doing nothing that excites you, man. You just go into the money, go to sleep, go home for 2 days, get back to it. What are you doing in between? What are you doing? That's why I said you got to control your destiny, man. You got to control your destiny. And I feel like people want to say, truck driving is like being in jail because they're just trying to minimize the profession. They're trying to minimize it. They're trying to make somewhere in that thing in your left side of your chest that pump blood. They trying to find a way to make them feel better about their situation. Oh, truck driving like being in jail. You know what? So I'm gonna not truck drive. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna be home every day because I did truck driving and it was like, nah, bro, you just can't handle it. This lifestyle ain't for you. You can't handle it, man. Or their living situation might change and they have different obligations now. So, I need to go, attend to those obligations. So to make themselves feel good, they try to minimize what they're doing, saying it's like jail. How's it like jail? I don't get it, man. It's just all talk, bro. It's just all talk. You can't be more free doing this right here. Even if you're a company driver, you got some type of freedom that, well, you got all the freedom that you would never have in jail. Let's just get that out the way. But once you step up and you boss up, you got unlimited freedom. It's up to you what you want to do. I would hate for people, my young people, to hear that message, man. Like, for real. You can't get out here leaving comments or hopping on this video and saying truck driving like jail. I completely 1000% disagree with that, and I'll call you bluff. If you could go ahead and put out a video or send me some type of descriptive message explaining your view on how truck driving is like jail, I want to hear it, bro. I want to hear it. And I want to hear it not just off of emotion, because at the time that you might have typed it or said it, it was just emotion at the time. But you got to really think about it, man. You really got to sit there and analyze it too, dog. And it shouldn't take you that long if you're a real one. If you're a real one, it shouldn't take you long at all, man. We got to get our young people off the street. What have you done? When you go home, do you sit down or bump into some people that they youngins or they got youngins? Have you sparked the interest? Have you dropped the seed on them? What have you done? Every time I go home, I do that. Every time I get on this video, I do that. We need everybody, bro. We need everybody. The smallest thing could lead to the biggest change. I challenge you. What have you done?